Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Bill here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Alright, so I'm going to drop at the northernmost part of the map. This is a great spot for a quick in and out. They've got legendary chests. This one at the top and one at the bottom. Pac-Man Islands. Now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to land here, loot up real quick, and then work my way into Latte Landing. So here we go. Dropping. I'm looking. I don't see anybody. Just check and make sure that I'm in the right. This building right here to the bottom of the screen is a good building to go to and loot as well. So you can go here and loot, or you can just go here if you see a lot of people going to the island. Alright, at this point I start to see somebody's with me. And this is the point at which I hear him. So I'm hurrying up and grabbing, go right to the shotgun, see him, and luckily I one-shot him. So now I'm just looting up real quick. I think I noticed that there was more people as well. Also, I noticed that Oni dropped, for some reason won't let me pick up the ammo. Grabbing heals, trying to check out, just scouting out. I'm always scouting to see where players are. Just trying to be hyper aware. Also, this blaster right here is fantastic. It's good combat movement, and also it's great for like spamming. Still trying to pick up the shotgun shells. Won't let me. Alright, here's where I see a couple bots, what I think are bots. They're jumping around, fighting each other with a drop weapon instead of just getting some weapon. Put that one out. Now this one moves into cover. And I wasn't sure. I was like, is he hiding? So look how much ammo I have. I see I've got enough to try to put him down. And got the Elam. So I was thinking maybe it was a real player just hiding, using cover. But I didn't know. I assume it's probably bot. Alright guys, I hope you like this format. It's hard for me to talk while I'm playing. I kind of navigate everything I'm doing, so I'm going to try this instead. Also, I've been playing a lot of builds. If you guys want to see me play builds instead of zero build, let me know. And I'll do some videos on that. Notice I've gotten much better at building, and I've been getting good results. Alright, here I'm just getting all the heals and loot I can. All the ammo I can. Before I move to my next spot. And again, in my head, I'm thinking I'm moving back toward Latte. I picked up this Jonesy Sprite. I forgot to mention that. Also, I think I'm taking a phone call right here. But anyway, pick up the Jonesy Sprite, and this is going to help me later in the game. So now I know I'm going to Latte because I want to kind of level it up. Now, I'm not playing for the sprites. I'm playing simply to win. Just playing to win. Alright, I think I'll fish right here. My preferred loadout. I heard him coming up quick. I think it's a bot, and I'm not sure, and that's why I was kind of playing with him. But my preferred loadout is the Scar. The Oni shotgun is for sure the best shotgun in the game right now. It hits hard close and pretty hard far off. So I'm just fishing to upgrade my weapons, hope to get a Scar. Always moving, never standing still in this game. And first gun I get is the one that I like. So at this point I'm just trying to get maybe a better heals. I'm not really sure why I kept fishing here. Oh, the rift fish. That's what I was looking for. Just a rift over to Latte. Noticed that I needed to full out my heal, my overshield, and my shield was not healed up. And now I'm just opening the chest trying to get my Jonesy Sprite maxed out. Still opening chests. Picking up ammo, picking up any heals that I prefer. Like the heals that I do prefer is the Chug Jug. And you'll see I'm going to get one before I go to endgame. It's very important that you have a Chug Jug before endgame, even if it means going back into the storm. This tower right here, when I'm playing builds, I will almost always knock it down because it'll give me a lot of metal. So I think that's why I did it here, because in hindsight I'm wondering why I didn't waste that time. Alright, this is where I think I hear somebody. Yep. I see some fighting. And then I'm thinking this guy's real. I wasn't sure if he was going to shoot me or somebody else. So I was just, so you can see he's kind of lost. So I'm thinking it was a bot. It's definitely a bot. Picking up ammo, still trying to level up my Sprite. You can see here how it's pretty good combat movement to be able to jump and slide. Making sure I'm reloaded. Always checking high ground before I rotate into Latte. Something I've noticed about these games is that Latte, there's not a lot of people landing there. You can see it hadn't been looted. This was my first and only game, and I just wanted to get a crown win. I was literally playing for a crown win. Picking up ammo. Picking up gold because I'm about to buy a Chug Jug. Thought about grabbing those, but I like the blaster better. There's usually gold there. Still picking up ammo. I'm just basically trying to get ready for endgame to make sure I have the most materials for endgame. Leveling up Sprite and getting materials for endgame is my most important goal here. And then I like to switch out for the Crash Pad Juniors because it gives you 2 with a reload time of 20 seconds versus 30. So for movement, it's just a better option. I know I'm getting a Chug Jug, so I just grabbed that first aid kit so I can heal up. Oh yeah. So I know I've got Storm, and I know I can rotate into another vending machine to get more. So I'm just using the first aid kits here. You can see at this point I've leveled up my Sprite to level 4, so I feel confident I'm going to get him to level 5 before end game. So I feel good. I've got 2 shockwaves, which I would prefer more obviously, or 2 overdrives. Got my Crash Pad Juniors. Plenty of money to get a Chug Jug before endgame. Just make sure I got everything that I can open real quick. Try to get it to level 5. I know this is boring, but it'll pick up toward endgame. Feel good, and I'm ready to roll. I'm only playing 1 game, I went in and picked that up. I think you get 1 per game, so I wanted to grab it before I went. So now I'm rotating in the zone. Hear a lot of fighting, so I feel like I'm pretty safe. I'm thinking about right here going into Wonky Land to get that Chug Jug. I'll decide against it because zone's right here. And then there's a spot in Cluster that I'm pretty familiar with that I know I can go into. So I'm just checking to see if there's anybody to shoot at. Any fights that I can find, just kind of always scanning, always trying to be aware of my surroundings. So this is a spot I'll sometimes land as well. This is a good little spot to land if you're looking for a low-key landing. Now it has become a little bit more popular and you will fight here, but usually it's bots, not hard fights usually. Looking for more chests to open so I can get it to level 5. Now I'm thinking about making my way into Cluster Coast, hitting the vending machine, and getting that chug jug since I'm out of Storm. Not worried about getting back into Storm. Found more overdrive grenades. Still picking up ammo, still open up chests, trying to get to level 5. Now I'm maxed out, and I'm feeling good about my loadout. Now at this point I have 5 kills. I'm looking for fights that I have to take, but I'm trying to like keep all my inventory. I want to go into end game with the most amount of resources possible. There are these tents back here. I think when I'm doing this, still trying to level up, but I'm wanting to show you guys some good spots where you can land. Almost all these tents have chests in them you can get. In this case, I just got the one. So you'll see here I now rotate into cluster. I know this again, this is boring, but it will pick up here in a minute. Scanning before I jump. This is another good spot that you can jump down into. There's a guaranteed legendary chest, but I've got all the inventory I need. I'm literally ready for end game, other than I would like my sprite to be at level 5, so I could be healing while I'm taking damage. Just looking for fights, waiting for Storm to move in, and then I'm going to go pick up vending. I'm still wanting the chug jug. Feel relatively safe that there's nobody. I'm marking the next zone, or where I think I'm be going. And let's go to vending. So again, I'm scanning, I'm looking, I'm trying to be as quick as possible. All right, I got my chug. Now I'm gonna go to high ground. Scout from high ground. I see that I'm still in zone, and now I'm looking for fights. Anybody that is around. Trying to check my zone ahead of going into there. Also know that there's a launch pad over here, so I'll be jumping up onto that launch pad right there at the top of the screen. That building's the highest building I can see in my area, and I think it's in zone, so I'll be heading that way in a second. Trying to catch people rotating in. Pulling out my pickaxe so that I have unlimited stamina. Now I think I'm hearing fights at this point or something. They've changed the audio. And so there it is. I see the fights. I know that somebody's nearby. Still trying to get to level 5. I've got 75 uses for my bug blaster. And so now I'm going to be looking for people rotating into zone. And then right there I spot a guy. Some damage. I thought about chasing this guy, but I saw which way he went, and I assumed he was looking at somebody, and I didn't want to go into an area I wasn't able to scout ahead of time. So I didn't chase. I see a car riding around. Wait till the zone's right on my back, and then I'm rotating. I'm getting as much information as I can as I come in. I know I'm going to that blue mark right there. So once I come down, I'm going to get out some sort of movement, and I'm heading over there. As you see, I go over the car. What you don't see is somebody's about to start shooting at me that I missed. I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to get all that ammo, and then here I start getting shot. Luckily, I was prepared, and I'm looking for cover. Constantly looking for cover. I started to go for that tree, saw the rock open up, so here I am. Now at this point, my heart rate's going, and I'm trying to remind myself to stay calm. It's just a game. And I'm seeing somebody, or I'm hearing somebody down there. I think it was a car. I know the guy shot me from over there, so I'm just looking for movement. Looking where I'll be going next. Scout my next zone. Mark the next zone. And there's a car. So it's time to get out the blaster. See if I can go grief. Excellent. Holding down the trigger, the shoot button. Just trying to. Now I see this guy, and I'm thinking I'll take that fight. Well, I guess not. And I saw another guy. He was going toward another guy, if you saw that. So I figured he'd have another fight. Here he comes again. And I'm going to go ahead and take that guy because I know he's going in the bush. So 3 guys right there. I'm going to grief this guy in the bush. He's the most dangerous. Got him. There's 2 more over there. And then me. And 1 more. So I'm going as far into zone. Now, I think at this point I'm getting shot. So I just go behind cover. Trying to look to see who's shooting. I see him fighting over there. Just looking for somebody to pop up. And then I realize they might be under there. And I see this guy. Or I heard him come up the zip first. I see him healing up, so I know he's hurting. I'm just trying to put some damage on him. Usually if you can get enough damage, they'll start to freak. Care to pick up that loot, but probably should have taken a look. Alright, so here's where I'm starting using my movement more. I know that we're in game. I should have picked up that shockwave right there, but I was trying to get the bush. I know I see footsteps and I see somebody flying over. So I'm gonna go over here. I probably should have stayed in the bush, but I'm just constantly moving. I assume somebody's over here because that's a good spot. But he can't see me, so I'm gonna stay back here and heal. And then I know somebody's over there. Also, you'll see in a second somebody was on high ground. I figured that when I didn't see him. He must be on high ground. Here's the guy that flew above me. I'm ready to fight him. This almost griefed me. Alright, this is the guy on top. This is where I knew there was a guy on top. I'm gonna wait. I'm in a good spot. Right here, I feel like I'm got my back. Here, getting shot and the storm. Now this is where the sprite really helps out. So I'm not taking too much damage, and I'm able to use a little bit of my choke jug. See somebody flying in, making sure I'm reloaded. See that guy up there? Just exchanging fire with him. And now I'm just moving. Trying to make myself a hard target. Looking for some cover. See this guy, doesn't see me. Put some damage on. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to look for where he just was. I know there's that guy and the guy on the hill. So I've got my back covered. I'm looking for where the next zone is. It's to my back. I see this guy coming across, and I know he's going in the direction of the other guy. So if I can take him out, I will. If not, I'm sure that guy will. Sure enough. But now I realize the other guy's in the tree. So now I'm just going to move. I'm going here. Assume he's going to... Oh, he goes over there. I was thinking about taking that spot. I see he takes it. So now I'm just moving. It's me and this guy. He's on the bridge. Alright, I gotta get down here. I'm gonna heal up. I was waiting for him to jump right there. I thought he might jump down to take the fight. Now I'm thinking he's gonna come this way since he's not gonna jump. Alright, I guess we're not fighting. Got got 100 something on him. I'm just making sure this shot goes. I got one shot. He jumps, and then I hit it when he lands. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the new format. If you have any questions, leave them for me. If you want to see any builds, let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next ones. Thanks.